We'll start with Joe. All right. Township strengths and challenges. What's really good? How do you overcome the challenges? You know you're going to have them.
I believe the township's strengths are its residents and the resiliency. Years ago, the township was kind of sliced and diced, to say. A lot of some of the portions went to Monroe, some to Middletown, and not a lot of the township as it stood maybe 20 years ago still stands today. It used to be one of the largest townships in the state. Now it's one of the smallest. But the township faces a lot of challenges when it comes to our budget. The city of Monroe and the city of Middletown are neighboring communities. If they lose some money in the state budget, they have a small deficit. Their deficit is greater than our budget. So when we lost money from the state, it's catastrophic for us. It's something that's a lot more difficult for us to rebound from. Most of our budget goes to paying the city of Monroe for police, fire, and street services. We don't have a great deal of expenses above and beyond that. So I'd like to be able to meet that challenge, and hopefully the township can survive for a great period of time. If we can find a way to, I guess, bring more businesses to the area, and that's it. Thanks.
Thanks. Rita?
Our challenges right now is our budget. The money coming in has been cut so much. We're going to lose more money again this year in local government, which really hurts the township. As Joe said, our strengths are the people in the township who wants to stay a township. And our budget is mainly, most of it does go to Monroe. We don't have any other expenses that really takes our budget for contracts and stuff like that. So my concern is, how long do we last? I would like to see the township last forever, but the way the cuts has happened, I just don't know how long we will last.
Kevin, you may be new to this job potentially, but you've seen these things coming down the road. It's going to be tough. What are your specific thoughts on how to handle these challenges in the
I knew the challenges coming into running for this job. As far as the budgets being cut, the finances, all that kind of stuff. And basically, I honestly believe the thing is the community members, they really want to stay in township. They are very strong, but we need to try to negotiate or talk to the city of Monroe, which takes the majority of our budget and performs great services to us, we'll say. But I do honestly think that, their budgets have been cut, and so have ours, and I think that they need to realize that and work with us.
You can keep the microphone, and we'll start with you on this one, okay? Question for all three of you. This has to do with either the role of a trustee or role of a fiscal officer, all right? How do you envision your role to benefit your constituents? In other words, will you be a micromanager or more likely a visionary for delegates, for those, that report to you?
I'm the type of person, I come from a farm background. I'm a really hard worker. So I'm going to go with any challenges that come about and hit them head on. So.
Okay, Rita?
I do crunch our numbers, and in several meetings I have told the trustees, hey, we don't have the money, and my role is to make sure the money is there to cover what expenses we do have. If we don't, then I won't sign the check.
I would say I'm definitely not a micromanager. I know for a fact over the past 4 years, I can't see anyone in here that's ever attended one of our meetings. We don't get a lot of community members that come to our meetings. So a lot of the decisions we make have to be made by us on what we feel is right for the community. We get a lot of phone calls. People call us and ask us to help out with this and that. But it's not like the city of Monroe or the city of Middletown where a lot of people are coming to you with issues at our meetings. So I have to go with what I feel is best for the entire township. What I feel is best is for all the residents there. So I like to think that I make those decisions with them at heart and not just, you know, based on one thing. So.
Okay, Rita, we'll start with you. This is your baby, finances.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
What are you going to do with all the surplus that you're going to create?
I wish I had them.
Place to have that phone.
Yeah. As looking at the finances, being everything has been cut and we're losing more money again this year, our trustees do need to sit down with Monroe and see what we can work out. Our services with Monroe are absolutely fantastic. You can't gripe about that. But with what we're taking in, they take everything we take in plus what we had in reserve. So I just hope we can last.
It's a good relationship. Keep it going. Joe? Finances.
I've spoken to the city of Monroe, Bill Brock, and my father, Bob Routson, is mayor of Monroe, about the contract that we currently have with them. From what I've determined from speaking with them, the services we get from the city of Monroe far outcost what we currently pay the city of Monroe. The city of Monroe provides top-notch fire, police, and street services at a very reduced cost compared to what we could get it from someone else, neighboring townships or cities. We did bid out a lot of these services years ago, and we received no other offers. The city of Monroe right now, as we sit, is really our only option. I would like to have the opportunity to sit down with all of council, possibly to discuss what if they would have any ideas, because the contract that we have with them greatly affects them, and it greatly affects the schools also. Because if the township runs out of money and dissolves, that's going to affect everyone around. Because, you know, we have a lot of residents there. That's going to put more kids into the schools. It's going to put more of a burden on the city of Monroe as far as police and fire calls. So it's a very important thing to all of us. So.
Same question, and let me add to that. I mean, both the other two have talked about the relationship with the city of Monroe. The long-standing, concentrated, it's a good relationship, and it's about finances. Are you going to want to continue that trend and become more and more interactive with the city of Monroe? Are you going to try to be a little more independent in some cases?
I think that everybody knows that they've had a great relationship. Monroe's helped the township out a ton. One thing on the finance end of it that I am not exactly positive of, but I would like to know and would head this way, is I would like to see a breakdown from the city of Monroe on what our fire cost us, or what our police cost us, or what it costs for the roadways vote. Needs to be not just such a big contract that it costs X number of dollars for all three of these services, but it actually be broke down to see what it actually cost us. That's what I would like to head.
Yeah. Last question, you guys will just start with you. That'd be fine. Okay. Last question, same question I've asked these other. That is why you did that for the job.
Why I'm back for the job is, well, either me or my family or somebody has been in the township for 103 years. So we've been around, we know about it.
You know all the secrets?
Exactly.
Okay.
And just a very hard working individual, and think I could bring something new to the township.
Joe? Rita, we'll let you go last.
I feel like my experience over the last 4 years as a township trustee have helped me learn a lot about politics. I was never in politics before that. And I went from being kind of quiet and trying to get my feet wet at first to the past year. I've served as president. The year before I served as vice president of the trustees. I've served on a lot of boards, the Community Improvement Committee. I volunteer in the Sports Association, as I said earlier. And I like to be involved in the community. I love Monroe and Lemon Township. I've lived here my whole life. And obviously I raised my family here. And I like to just be able to give back to the community and have 4 more years to do that. So, thanks.
Rita?
Well, I've been doing this job since 1990, and I feel I've done a good job maintaining the budget and making sure we had plenty of money to carry over each year and servicing our people in the township. I've been through all the mergers that we saw annexed out to the city of Monroe and the city of Middletown, and had the police department when we closed it down in 1993 and shut down our road department. And it's good times and bad times, but I'd like to serve another 4 years with the township and keep it going.
Thank you very much.